These are pointed choices. This is a pattern. This is a personality. This is who the person is.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
I heard actually mixed reviews on Joleen.
Oh, Joleen was excellent. What are they saying?
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, my monitor's all messed up. Welcome back to my channel, stand-up comedian and pop culture vulture, Joleen Lunzer here for another No Offense, All Offense, where we will be talking about the Valley. We need to get caught up on this show and this crazy situation going on with Jax being let go of basically all of his opportunities. And I love it. Round of applause. Put your applause in the chat for Jax losing opportunities for being an abusive, narcissistic a-hole. We love to see it. So we're going to roast it, recap it, bring a little levity to the Valley season 2 on Bravo. We have the reunion of the Valley part 1 airing tonight. So if you guys would be so kind and please smash that like if you haven't already. We're setting a like goal, an early like goal of 200. And if we hit 200 likes during the live, Ben, our resident blocker, will be blocking Kenny from Love Island. Yes, Kenny. So let's do it. I'm all for that. All right. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. We're on our way to 50K. We hit 45,000 recently. And we're going. So thank you to all of you for subscribing, as our next goal is 50,000 subscribers. So share me with your friends, enemies, lovers, pets, neighbors, everyone you know who you think would like this channel. And if you want to support the channel further, you can always send a super chat while we're live here on YouTube. You can send a super thanks after the video posts. You can consider joining my YouTube membership or my Patreon, whatever works better for you. Or you can hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. My husband, ChalRN, is in the chat saying, I can't stop hitting the bell. Keep hitting that bell. You hit that bell. Smash it. And smash the like. And thank you, Evelyn. Shout out to my mods. Instagram, we're trying to get to 10K followers. We're creeping there. We're over 7,000 some. And then TikTok. I've been putting stuff on TikTok. And we're over 3,000 some. And I would love to hit 10K on both. So if you're on those things, hey, hit me up. Okay. So first things first, you guys, like I said, Jax Taylor has been let go from the Valley. Now, this happened, a week or so ago. All right. And it felt as though they're trying to make these relationship business endings seem as though they are Jax's doing, but they're failing. Because we know that any business right now does not want to be associated with Jax Taylor, because he is the worst. And like my husband says, don't smash Jax. Whatever you do, protect your lady bits. Don't smash Jax. Smash the like. So not only is Jax not coming back to the Valley season 3, thank God. I just can't. I'm just so grateful. However, I need Bravo to say it. I want Bravo to say it. We are not having him because we don't condone his shitty behavior. Yes, we've condoned it for 10 plus years, but now we've decided we don't. Okay? Oh my gosh. But also, you guys, Jax has also ended his partnership with his back alley bar in Studio City that's in tent, Jax's. Just when you think there isn't a Bravo God or a God, there is. We're grateful. We're grateful and we're hateful because men like that don't deserve to make money off their abusive behavior. So Jax lost his job with The Valley season 3, will no longer be able to make money off being a crazy, abusive narcissist. Again, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Everything is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So don't sue me.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
Yes, Michelle Maybell. Close your legs to married men. Trash box. All right. Jax, close your mouth. Close your presence, your aura to reality TV. You crazy. All right. So Jax put out a statement. Now, I couldn't see this statement because he blocked me. Like, what? Why are you even paying attention to me? This man is so weird that he just like blocks people and like, what? Sir, you have bigger fish to fry than creators like me just calling you out on your bullshit and making some jokes. But I digress. So I found the statement. I believe I have it here on Twitter because somebody else had to post it in order for me to see it because old Auntie Jolene's blocked because Jax does not like the truth and he does not like the Narc Slayer. He does not. Not today, Nick. Not today, ankles. Not today, narcissist. Okay. So let's take a look at Jax's. Let's see what this one is. Okay. He tweeted it too. He's blocked me on like everything. It's like, bro, I wasn't even following you. Maybe under my no offense, all offense, but what a loser. But it was probably time for him to block me because everyone else I knew was blocked. Okay. So here is Jax's statement. And I want you guys sound off in the chat. What do you think about this little statement of his? He says, I've made the decision. Wait, no, we need some music with this one, I think. Okay. Let me grab it here. Smash that like if you haven't already. All right, here we go. It's snowing in my nose, sorry. I've made the decision to end my partnership with Jax's. It wasn't a easy decision, but it was the right one. Oh, God, my allergies. Right now, my focus is on my alleged sobriety and mental health, which, sure. Sorry. And staying connected to my bar is no longer in line with my priorities of terrorizing Brittany, not paying my son's medical bills, and having sex with women with ginormous tots. I've set the priorities I've set for myself and the life I'm working towards, which is more snow and more giant tots on my face and dirty white thongs and living next to shorts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Celebrate good times. Come on. Yeah. So Jax Taylor puts out this statement. I've made the decision. Bitch, you made no decision. There is no way you made the decision to leave your bar. They don't want to work with you. And it's a back alley bar that wasn't even making any money anyways. You had picnic tables back there. Do you know I can go to the park for free and bring my own beer? Yeah, I can. Okay. So nobody needs your back alley tent bar in Studio City that wasn't even a real establishment, allegedly. What are you guys thinking? Come on, right? Snowy. There's no way this man made the decision himself. They kicked you out. They fired you. You got fired, bro. You got fired. You're so fragile. You're letting know your fragile masculinity show. There's no way that you decided to leave a place where, according to Polly Pocket Danny, you have been poaching some at your own bar. You've been having sexual relations with your staff. Ugh, that's not good. So it wasn't bad enough that you were, just not good at anything and that you're abusive and that now the world sees and now nobody likes you and you refuse to change and you were probably doing in your bar and now you're banging the people that work there at the bar that you did he own even any of this bar? I don't even remember. Was it like I think it's like a Tom Tom situation where he had investors and they were like, you have 0.1 -%. And he's like, what? Is that a number? Yes, it is. Okay. Actually, keep him away from hockey. Hockey is a beloved sport, Nancy. I see where you're going with that because remember when he was going to leave and do his marketing job in Florida? He's like, I'm going to do marketing for a Florida hockey team. They're not taking him. Hell no. Hell to the na. Dreadful Ruby says, I genuinely believe Jax ends up in jail, dead, or unaliving someone. He's a very scary human. He is. Like he's a wimp and he's a weenie, but his behavior is very scary and he's very fragile. And now he's been working out, so his neck is like a freaking redwood. And he's like, the veins are popping out of his head, but he says he's getting well. Okay. I think you need to look up the definition of well, sir. Because I don't think what you're doing is it. Yes, Dawn, a tent. His back alley bar tent. He does, Janine, he does. He fancies himself as the Lisa of his bar. Oh my goodness. So I just find it impossible to believe that this man could be taking his recovery or mental health seriously. It's that he would decide to walk away from the Valley or his tent bar in an alley. You were asked to leave, sir. Okay. That's what's going on. You're not as good as gold. So then I heard, I saw a couple blogs post. I don't know if it's an official thing, but here's Jax again, making sure everyone sees it on his Twitter, why do you even post these things when you just block everybody? I mean, is there anyone he hasn't blocked? He's like, thank you to everyone who made Jax is so special. Special? Like empty? Not making money? Picnic tables? Ugly? Okay. What's special? The fans? Bro, stop it. You don't have fans. Oh my God. No, not after us watching you on TV. Anyone who's your fan is just, they left therapy too early. They need some help. All right. The staff, where's the commas? Where's the punctuation? Maybe we should go back. We should get our GED, Jax. It's time. The fans, the staff, you guys are all amazing. Hashtag the Valley. Hashtag I will be back. Oh no. Oh no. No, nobody wants that. Go get well in the woods. Go away. Far, far away. Okay. I wish you were birds so you could fly far, far, far away from here. Go, 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 bye. Go start running like Forrest Gump. Just run. Just run. Just keep running as far away from people you can hurt as you can, please. Okay. Yeah. Stop the roids. Stop it all. You're delusional. Evelyn says money will get low and you will do something stupid. Ugh. This man needs some serious help. But the problem is all of the best services could be offered to him, but unless he is willing to take this shit seriously, none of it will ever work. Kate, great point. All that great Jax merchandise, the whole season of your abusive, narcissistic behavior being played out in front of us. And you were like, I'm going to wear my merch. Oh, that's going to be at a Goodwill near you very soon. People are going to be donating that shit, mostly Jax, because I can't believe anyone bought that. Does anyone want to admit? And it's okay. We are a judge-free judgment zone. So we'll say we're judge-free, but we will judge you. Want to admit that they purchased Jax merchandise? Maybe you purchased it to burn it. Maybe you ran out of toilet paper. Okay, like during the Panakuchen. And the only thing you could find is Jax merch. So you were like, this'll do. Maybe you're using it as a panty liner or an overnight pad. Okay. Then let us know. Kate says, every time I see him in his own swag, I have a hard time not throwing up. It is really, really gross to see him wear that. Ugh. I'm like this. No. What will Jax wear now? Ladies' lingerie. I don't know. Something. Do I think we've seen Jax sober yet? Hell to the nah. No, we have not. No, we have not. Evelyn says 173 in the room, but only 104 likes. Guys, smash that like. Get that 200 so that Ben can block Kenny from Love Island. All right. Yes. 99 more likes. That's what Ben said he was doing. So Jax just finally, we're hearing that he is donezo. But again, I'm going to need Bravo to confirm he can never come back. I don't think they will. Something tells me in the future, give it a few seasons like they did before, and we'll see Jax is better. No, he can go be better somewhere else. I personally believe he could never be better. I personally believe this is a pattern of behavior. Like Ariana said, this is who this person is. And he doesn't want to change, and he doesn't think there's anything wrong with him. So Bravo, don't try to bring him back to us. We don't want none of that shit. No, thank you. Just Kelly says his income sources are drying up and he's no longer on TV. I'm very concerned for Brittany and Cruz. Yes. And the fact that we saw on the season finale of The Valley season 2 that Jax was talking about going after Brittany for alimony. And all she was asking him is to pay for his son's medical bills. Pay half for your own child's medical expenses. And he was like, no, I don't want to. What a fucking if I see him on Traders, I'll go to Scotland. I will go to Scotland. All right. I'll put on a kilt. I'll show up and I'll be like, what are you doing? And yes, maybe Jax's number one fan, Frank Drummond, possibly he bought some of his merch, you guys. So Jax's partnership is gone. The Valley is gone. And is he leaving LA? Is that what people are saying now? He's stepping away. Now, other sources are saying Sheena Shay and crew is going to be on The Valley season 3 as his replacement. But let's see. The Valley executive producer teases Sheena Shay's future on the show. So far it's been a lot of teasing about it. Valley executive producer, maybe it's Alex Baskin-Robbins or Jeremiah was a bullfrog, are teasing Sheena's future on the show. Great. And we haven't even talked about Sheena yet, you guys. Oh my God. I can't with these people. It's crazy. Okay, get out of here. Get out of here with your privacy stuff. Get out of here. All right. So, no, I don't want T-Mobile. I got Verizon, bitch. All right. As Jax Taylor steps away from The Valley, can we say fired? Bravo, do something. Say he's fired. Sheena Shay may have the opportunity to step up in his shoes. All right. We're making our plans for next season. The Valley's executive producer, Alex Baskin-Robbins, told The Hollywood Reporter. Yay. In an interview published Thursday, July 24th, Sheena is really friends with that entire group. And so you actually have to take pains in some cases to not include that group or those Vanderpump folks because they are connected to this group. Just speak English. Okay. Stop it, Baskin-Robbins. Stop it. During the season 2 finale, which aired last week, Sheena, 40, and her husband, Brock, the cheater, pumpkin eater, we'll talk about that, attended the cast party hosted by Michelle. Baskin assured viewers that producers weren't trying to sort of set anything up for season 3 with their attendance. For now, casting decisions for the upcoming season appear to be undecided. I said after season 1 that we weren't adding any more primary cast members. And in part, we were really crowded. And we wanted to give everyone the opportunity to shine, Baskin explained. And we did want to give Jasmine and Zach the chance to become more involved and have more prominence. Now we're figuring out where to go from here, Alex Baskin-Robbins said, while wearing his Snikes. All right? Because he's kind of a snake. On July 16th, Us Weekly exclusively confirmed that Jax, 49 years old, 59, 69, around that age, would be taking a step back from the Bravo spotlight after season 2. We need to say fired. It's very important. Women, people who have been abused, who have dealt with assholes like Jax, need to hear fired. Need to hear there are repercussions for actions like that. After an incredibly challenging year and many honest conversations with my team, who's just that PR lady, I think, and producers, I'll be stepping away from the next season of The Valley. Well, if the producers talk to you and they're like, yeah, you should step away, that means you're fired. Jax said in a statement, right now, my focus needs to be on my sobriety, my mental health, and co-parenting. Didn't you already say that about the bar? Taking this time is necessary for me to become the best version of myself, especially for our son, Cruz. Oh my gosh. Jax shares 4-year-old Cruz with his ex and co-star Brittany Cartwright. She's expected to return for season 3. In response to Jax leaving the show, Sheena said on her podcast that it's smart and a healthy decision for her former Vanderpump co-star. I did see that Kristen was on the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast, and Kristen's thrilled he's not coming back either. Let's listen to what Kristen had to say about this. I was happy to hear these people going, yeah, we're done with him now. So here's Kristen on the Not Skinny But Not Fat. When did this air? I think this was recent podcast. If you want to check that out on Dear Media. Okay, let me play it here.
You did say you would address his leaving the show. What do you have to say about that?
I'm stoked. Like, it is the best thing. It is absolutely the best thing for him and for the show.
Really?
I can't do another season of Jax, like round 12. I can't do it. None of us can. Like, first and foremost, Brittany. Brittany needs to actually move on with her life as best she can for herself and for Cruz. And filming with him one more time, it was like, what a circus.
Especially after, the altercation between them that got physical. And the fact that she's scared it seems like she's uncomfortable being around him.
100%. And she's not the only one. You have a couple of Jax apologists on our cast, and otherwise no one wants to be around
So are
Jax.
you like Jax? You did say...
So Kristen's stoked. She said no one wants to be around him. Even Jesse seems to want to be around him. Jason seems to want to be around him. But it'd be interesting if literally everyone was like, no, we don't want to be around him. We don't want to be around him. While losing one of the main anchors, I wouldn't call him an anchor. I mean, he does weigh everything down. He does sink. So maybe. Of the show can be complicated. Baskin gave credit to a large and robust cast of our group of cast members for creating a hit show. Jax is obviously a mainstay. We did spend half the season without him, and we were fine. I loved it when Jax wasn't on my screen. I was much happier. And that period of time was really full and rich. Oh, okay. Interesting words to use. So I don't think that we're searching for story to tell, Baskin shared. I think it's going to be different, but I don't think different is a bad thing. I still just cannot believe that these producers let this shit go on for as long as they did. That to me is still crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised, but like, how embarrassing for you that it took this long and this much public backlash to have this happen. Like, that's really sad. That's really unfortunate. All right, let's get into the last couple episodes because I am eager to see the Valley reunion. However, I'm not eager that it was filmed so early in the season. So how much of the season and the episodes did the cast watch before filming the reunion? That's what I'm interested in. And leery about. Care Bear says, Jolene, did you see Luke's interview on Nick Vile, aka Vile? I didn't. When was it? Was it recent? I'm gonna have to watch that. Oh, before we get into that, can we talk about the Sheena thing? So it looks like you guys want me to do like a book club for her book. That when did their book come out already? It might have already come out. We look, Sheena Shay book. It probably already came out. Sheena Shay book, The Biggest Bombshells. Is it coming out soon? She's got My Good Side, a memoir. All right. Where's the date? Let's click the link for it and see. It came out on the 2nd. Okay, last week. So I'm going to attempt to get a copy of this. All right. And we will break it down and roast it. So far, it's got 3.9 is the rating for it. How many pages is this thing? I hope it's double spaced, maybe triple spaced. That'll make it a lot easier to get through. But it sounds like from what's already come out that it's pretty roastable. Damn, they wanted $29 for that thing. Now you can get it for 26. Okay. But how many pages are we talking here? I can't find the exact, wait. Publisher, 240 pages. What the hell? What? That's okay. All right. It's a little much, but here we are. All right. Well, in this book, Sheena did promise that we were going to get a bunch of bombshells. All right. And one of the bombshells was Brock's cheating while she was preggers. I mean, was anyone surprised? Was anyone surprised here? Yeah, Sheena Shay, the reality star, recalled in being in a state of paralyzed shock as Brock confessed to cheating. She wrote, I remained in a state of paralyzed shock as he confessed that he cheated on me 2 years prior when we were living in San Diego during the pandemic while I was pregnant with Summer.
It's a good time to be medicated.
Oh, God. Thank you, David, for the first super chat of the live. David said, the Lynx play tomorrow night against New York. Go Lynx. All day, every day. WNBA. Yes, thank you, David. Yeah, who would have seen that coming? You mean the guy that left his family in Australia or New Zealand? He's like, nah, my family, I'm going to go to America and do workouts and meet someone from Bravo. Yes, I'm going to dye my hair blonde. You mean the guy who had a domestic with his ex-wife, allegedly, who has another man raising his first kids?
It's inappropriate.
That guy? Crazy. In San Diego. And it was like his gym person, I think. Okay. So Brock broke his silence on this. So let's look at the People magazine article so we can react to this. Because, oh my God, Brock. That is the lowest thing you can do. Not just cheat, but cheat while your wife is carrying your unborn child. Like while your wife is baking your kid. She's cooking in there. She's going through it. And then you're sticking your dick other place. That's dirty ass shit. So Sheena Shay's husband, Brock Davies, breaks silence about his affair. I was an absolute coward. Oh, God. Oh, shut up. At the end of the day, he's like, okay, at the end of the day, what I've done, okay, doesn't define who I'm going to become. Okay, that kind of rhymes. At the end of the day, what I've done doesn't define who I'm going to become. Yes. The Vanderpumprules star said, oh, yay. Yay. Brock Davies is ready to, in his words, I'm ready to face the music. Yes, I am. Nah, I'm not going to hide for it. No. Weeks after his wife, Sheena Shay, dropped the bombshell news in her book that he had cheated on her while she was preggers with their now 4-year-old daughter, Summer Moon, the Vanderpumprules star is opening up for the first time about the affair and why he waited nearly 2 years to disclose his infidelity. Well, we know why. Because they needed it for the book to sell. Because you ain't got a job, sir. What's your job? Speaking in a candid conversation with Shay on Friday, July 25th, episode of her podcast, Shenanigans. Just some more shenanigans, just getting cheated on while you're preggers. Davies apologized. Like, I'm sorry, Sheena. He's okay. I do love ya. Always have, always will. Hi. And I love koalas. And I love Outback Steakhouse. And I love boomerangs. And I love Flight of the Conchords. And I love ABBA. And I love the actress that plays Tara in the United States of Tara. And I love Muriel's Wedding. Okay. He loves lots of things. Brock does. He apologized for stepping out on their marriage, noting it's rough to realize that your actions have betrayed the ones you love. Okay? Yes, it is. It's very messed up. It's a messed up thing, what I did. Okay? Some think I should be dead for what I did. Am I dead? Did I? Okay. He insisted that the extramarital relationship, which took place while he and Shay were living in San Diego, no good thing comes from San Diego. No, San Diego's great. During the pandemic. Oh my God. You mean you could have not only given her an STD and you cheated on her and she's sitting there pregnant, but you could have given her the COVID-19. You were a super spreader? Of course he was. Oh my God. Put your tomatoes in the chat for Brock. You're just out there. We were in a global panic-cookin', sir. Do you know, I was washing my groceries like no one's business. And now I barely, I'm like, did I rinse these grapes? Should I pop one in my mouth? But back in the day, I remember during the panic cooking, if you got groceries, you're all masked up and then you're like wiping everything down with bleach wipes. You're like, I don't know if I can eat this. And Brock's like, it's okay. It's fine. Okay. I'm good. I'm just going to put my dick over here, put my mouth over there. Oh my gosh. That makes it so much worse. Yes, for that. Look at all the tomatoes coming in, Brock. That's gross. That's gross. Trixie says, you got him, you keep him. Sorry, no take backseat. No take backseat. Yes, during the panic cooking. Yes, Bonnie, go to hell, Brock. And you were lecturing Ariana on how to be more transparent. And you knew that you were a cheater, and not just a cheater, a covert-19 cheater. And not just a covert-19 cheater during the panic cooking, but a pregnancy cheater. Oh my God. Oh, yuck. Ew. Gross. Sick. I hate it here. Ugh. Ugh.
Oh my God.
Oh God. So you could have spread that shit to your pregnant wife. This shit just gets worse and worse. Worsers and worsers. Sheena. Oh, but what does Sheena do? It's not like she can leave him now. I mean, she could, but she can be paying his ass the rest of his life because that dude is going to be, I don't know, California divorce laws. Okay, I would need an attorney. So if there's one in the chat or one who's playing one, let me know. Is there a possibility she'd have to pay him alimony like forever? Forever, ever? Forever, ever? Oh my gosh. Care Bear says, Lala says he's a great guy. Well, I mean, compared to people she's dated, pretty much the same.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
So Sheena might be like, oh, well, now I got this baby with him, our daughter, our 4-year-old. And if I leave, he's going to freaking hit me for money. I'll be paying for him. Oh, boy. Yeah, Trixie says, who thought Brock would be more vile than Nick Vial? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so has anyone called ice on him? Don't call ice on him. But sir, maybe we just need to get together as a country, drop party lines and say the only people that truly need to be deported are the pregnancy cheaters. Okay, the men who are out there during a global pandemic cheating on their pregnant wives. They can go. You can go, little girl. Did they sign a prenup? Probably not. I don't remember. Remember they pretended they weren't married, but really they were married like the year before so he could stay in the country. They were like 90-day fiancéing it. And then at the Mexico wedding, they told their friends, and their friends are like, "Oh, so you've been married for a year, and yet we have to do all this stuff?" And oh, okay, cool, awesome, yay. Well, hopefully she has witnesses. Does she have a cheater clause in the prenup? I don't know if there's a prenup. Yes, Dawn. There's been red flags since day one, Sheener. Remember when they purchased a house and it was only in her name? Well, you know that credit is bad. Those checks are bouncing. The cards are declined. Oh my gosh. With love from Australia. Lizzie. Oh boy. Oh jeez. All right. Oh good. Speaking in a candid conversation with Shay on the Friday, July 25th episode, and your daughter's gonna all the things Summer Moon's gonna learn about her dad. How could she ever respect him? You left your first family. You're in a domestic with your first wife. You let another man raise your 2 children in another country. You came over here. You met Sheena. You leeched off her. Then you impregnated her. Told her you loved her. Then you went out and cheated on her. And now it's everywhere. Oh my God. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Is he? Isn't. Oh my gosh. Maybe Bowie Jane can take him back. Drop him off, Bowie. Take him back. Okay. So they talked about this because they're going to monetize it, like every good influencer. On the July 25th, so you're just 4 days ago, Davies apologized to Shay for stepping out on the marriage, noting it's rough to realize that your actions have betrayed the ones you love, okay? It's rough when you realize that you're a grown man without a job, okay? And you wear high heels, okay? And you stick your dick in stuff where it doesn't belong. One time I stuck it in a light socket. I did. Now it looks like a damn boomerang, okay? It leans to the left, everything you own in a box to the left. He insisted that the extramarital relation, it was a relation, it wasn't just a one-time banger. The extramarital relationship, which took place while he and Shay were living in San Diego during the Panakukin, was not romantic. Oh, that's nice. That makes me feel so much better. So you wasted... Like you threw our relationship and trust down the drain for something that you didn't even care about. Yeah. Okay. It was a sexual affair. Very sexual. Because I love sex. There was no dating. Okay. Maybe you can count that we met up at my gym that Sheena paid for, allegedly. Okay. And then after the sex, which didn't last very long, while I was putting on my high-heeled boots, I was zipping them up. I sat next to her. Okay, that could be considered a date. We did have a little banter back and forth, but that's it. There was no dating. There was no courting. What the fuck are you talking about? What? It was just purely that meetup. So there's one meetup. I went on meetup.com. Okay, almost married men with pregnant girlfriends who want to stick their dick where it doesn't belong.com, okay? /org, okay? And then we had sex. Yes, we did it, okay? We did it the front way, the back way, the back in the front again, okay? Yes, I pretended I had a rager in the cager, but I lasted about 4 seconds, and then it was time for me to put my high heels back on. And it happened multiple times over a 3-week span. Oh my God. Oh my. I've been in like a Big Brother K-hole where I've only been focusing on Big Brother mainly. And then I went camping. And so I had no idea. It was just 6. Yes, no big deal. Just 3 weeks of 6. That means it was probably 6. And there were others. And this all happened pre-Scandival, and when Scandival went down, you still didn't come forward. And you tried to mansplain to Ariana her feelings and how she should react. Oh, Lordy. Ooh. Davies did not name the woman he slept with, and she's probably like, thank God, but said he called things off. I felt horrible about it, East, afterwards. I felt horrible. That's what he's claiming. I was like, this is not okay. Okay, after like the 50th time we had sex, I thought, wait a minute, Brock. This is probably not good. This is not, nah, I shouldn't be doing this. I'll do it one more time, okay? And then I'm done. And then I did it. Some more we did it, and we did it, and we did. And then I would stop and think, this is not okay. I'm not doing this. And I pulled the pin. What do you mean you pulled the pin? What the fuck is this guy talking about? Is that like a New Zealand or Australian term? This is not okay. And I'm not okay doing this. And I pulled the pin. I said, give me my pin. Did you mean you pulled your penis out? What is going on here? Despite his regrets, doesn't sound very regretful. Sounds like he was like, it's 3 weeks, just 6, no big deal. During the pandemic, no big deal. Davies still chose to remain silent about what he did, explaining that he minimized what it was and compartmentalized it in his brain. In his balls. I bet you this chick broke up with him and he would have kept banging her. How much you guys want to bet that if we hear from this chick, she's going to come out and be like, excuse me. Hi. No, that's not how it went down. I left his ass. All right. I was getting sick of him walking up and I'm like, are those my high heel boots? And he was stealing my boots because he's got baby feet. I'm an absolute coward, Brock said. That man was a coward. And he wasn't thinking about protecting you. He was thinking about protecting himself, saving his face. Was an absolute coward? I would say is an absolute coward. Let's stay in the present tense, sir. It was selfish. It was a self-preservation tactic, you could say, Davies added of his silence. I believed that I was never going to do it again. And we could just move past this. And it was just another level of betrayal that I put on top of the first one. This is worse than I thought. Being able to separate his emotions and actions. God, it's amazing how these type of men are so good at that, isn't it? It's like, I went on with my life fine. I was like, I'm a good guy. Yes, I got long hair. Okay, I'm going to judge other guys. Yes, I'm good. Davies said was a skill. Being able to separate his emotions and actions was a skill he said he developed over the course of his life. So he's been doing this his entire life. This is not an excuse, Davies shared in an effort to give more context to his actions. He explained he grew up in constant instability. Go to therapy. You can't stick your dick in another wick. Okay, you can't stick your wick in it. You know what I'm saying. And be healed. What? I just see the constant instability and it makes me so horny. Like, so your drama made you want to cheat? Oh my God. Thank you, Chicken Head, for the super chat. Chicken says, Broke is a clown. I refuse to call him by his name. Right? Brokey. Little Brokey. He was like, I've had so much trauma. I gotta put my dick over there. I feel so much better. I feel better when my dick is where it don't belong. Okay? So he's had so much trauma. We're supposed to feel bad for him. Go to therapy. Okay? Sheena got you nice benefits, I'm sure, with her working. Jeez. Oh my God. This is not an excuse, Davey shared in an effort to give more context. Well, it sounds like an excuse because you're giving us a reason for why you did it. And that is in turn, say it with me, friends, an excuse. That's an excuse if there ever was an excuse. Chicken Head, thank you so much for the super chat. So you're saying that Brock, let me read both of them together. Broke is a clown and I refuse to call him by his name. And circus clown music needs to be played behind him. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Brock. This is wow. This is sandable levels of douchebaggery, sir.
He has victim blamed me 100% of the way. So I don't believe anything that just came out of his mouth. I think he's full of shit. And he can off.
I'm surprised he hasn't mentioned something about Sheena not giving him enough sex. You know, being like, well, it was hard because she was pregnant, you know, and she wasn't in the mood. And I wear my best bungees, my little ball bungees. What are they called? The little banana hammock. And I go, what's up, Sheena? And she was like, not today. I say, well, I had to go other places. So the constant instability made him really horny for another lady, an environment that instilled in him a drive for achievement. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. Okay, we got to read this whole sentence. This is not an excuse, Davey shared. In an effort to give more context to his actions, he explained he grew up in a constant instability and an environment that instilled in him a drive for achievement and an urge to find my value in my achievements. Do you think having sex with a random chick while someone's carrying your child who you're supposed to be faithful to is an achievement? Is he giving himself like a trophy and award for cheating? Or just have a drive? You need to achieve. Know how to achieve that vagina. It created this egomaniac, he said, reflecting on how he shrugged off consequences of his own actions. I detached from a lot of my emotions easily. I minimized a lot of my destructive qualities and characters. Do you play different characters, Brock? Was that kind of an admission? And looking back on that now, I can kind of understand where there's a serious problem there. Yep, maybe Brock might be a little serious. Yeah, maybe a little serious. Might be a little serious. Maybe not. Maybe nothing. Maybe no big deal. It wasn't until I was open to learning more about that where I realized, okay, I am part of this problem and I can change it. I'm a grown man and I can definitely control my own penis. Okay? If my penis wants to go over there, I say, no, penis, you stay right here. Okay? Because I'm in control. This head, not that head. Okay? The northern head, not the southern head. The southern head, closer to hell. Don't listen to it. Okay? I can change it. No, penis. No. And then sometimes it gets the best of me. Those skill sets in my 20s and 30s definitely served me in getting to where I am. The skill sets of being detached and minimizing destructive qualities and characteristics or characters, as you say, that hurt people helped you get where you are. Where's that? Living off a woman with 2 kids in another country that are yours, that are being raised by another man, while you cheat on the lady that's given you a life you don't deserve? Interesting. And getting where I am from this boy from New Zealand, okay? From a dairy farm. We'll go milk a cow. Maybe you should milk some more cows, okay? Instead of putting your wiener where it doesn't belong, you should milk some cows. And imagine, I mean, a farmer, that's like a real job. That's a good job. It's important. It's needed. It's beneficial. And then there's you. He continued. But then going into his father role and husband role, those skill set that I developed do not serve me well at all. Didn't he become a father like in his 20s? Oh my God. Shay first opened up about Davy's affair in an excerpt from her memoir, My Good Side, which was published by Glamour on July 10th. In the text, she recounted how Davies admitted to his infidelity as rumors swirled about him sleeping with her former co-star Rachel Leviss. Oh my God, he did. Now I fully believe that he banged Rachel Raquel. Remember when that was going around? And Sheena's like, I would trust him and Rachel Raquel in the same bed. And she was always traveling with them. You guys, he fudged her. Oh my God. He did it. He totally did. I believe that now. Allegedly, I bet you he had sex with Rachel Raquel. I can't. Oh, no. I think I was like, no. But I think he did. Oh, my God. You guys, this is so bad. Sheena, you got to get out, girl. This is not going to be the last time something like this happens. It probably wasn't the... Oh, God. Girl. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let me share this again. Oh, Brock. Oh, my goodness. All right. Oh, boy. So... in the text, she recounted how Davies admitted to his infidelity as rumors swirled about him sleeping with former co-star Rachel Leviss amid the fallout of Levis's cheating scandal from Tom Sandoval in 2023. So Sheena knew about the cheating by Brock through all of Scandival, which could explain why she was so emotional about it, because she was thinking of the infidelity that she just was made aware of. Oh my God. On Shenanigans, however, Davies did not mention that Leviss, did not mention the Leviss rumors. Oh, of course he didn't. As a catalyst to him coming clean. Instead, he said that returning to San Diego a year and a half later and running into some of our old friends was a reminder that my destructive actions might cost me everything. And he's like, I don't want to get a real job. I don't want to have to work. I better come clean, okay? Since then, it has just been building up and building up, he said, in his pants. I bet the lady was going to come forward. Every day just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and the weight was heavier and heavier and heavier. He had all of those secrets in his hair. His hair was full of lies and secrets. And Scandival, on the side of it all, was an element, but it wasn't the core reason. I realized that in order for me to actually have a healthy relationship with you, one based on complete honesty, I needed to address this, yes, he told Sheena Shay. This was the one thing that was hanging on me, hanging over me. Well, hanging on me was the bungee, the little... the budgie smuggler, the banana hammock. It burned a hole in my heart. It really did. Not that bad, because you were able to keep it for 3 years, bro. You couldn't have burned a hole that much. You were able to go on a TV show, knowing the lie, knowing that the lady who you cheated with, if she didn't already know who you were and know about Sheena, would now see you on said TV show. And that it could come out. It burned a hole in my heart. It really did. It did. Okay? I couldn't even button up my shirt during the day. I would get so sad. I would be like, I remember that time I banged that lady that wasn't Sheena when Sheena was pregnant with my baby, Summer Moon. Oh, God. For 3 weeks during the panic, I can't. I have to stop at the belly button. Ay. As for what drove Davies to cheat, Shay wrote in her book that he told her he was scared of being a parent again. I wonder why. And believed he was a bad dad due to his past actions with his older kids from a previous relationship that are currently being raised by his ex and another man. But upon reflection, Davies took that back. I just used that as an easy way out, he said on Friday's podcast. In the reality is, you just got to do the work. I used fear then, and I was just being weak in that moment and blaming others and other things instead of looking deep within. Since his experience, Davies said he's had a serious conversation with myself. Can you imagine? Okay, Brock, we're waking up today. We got it pretty good. Sheena's making all the money. Okay, you just kind of wake up, twiddle around on things, pretend to use the screwdriver a few times, and you go, done. Look at me. Okay, you bleach your hair. That's all you got to do. You put on your budgie smugglers, head in the pool. Yes, make a couple appearances on the valley. That's what you do. Yeah. So he had a serious conversation with himself, and through therapy, done the internal work to be a better man. Can't find a better man. He just listened to the Pearl Jam song Better Man over on repeat. And he was like, done. She lies and said she's in love with him. So I'm just respecting the fact, okay, to become a better husband and father. So to be a better man, a better husband, and a better father. I know what I did. I know what I did. And I know what I could have lost, he said. I'm just respecting the fact that at the end of the day, what I've done doesn't define who I'm going to become. Yes, it does. Stop trying to use quotes from signs at Kohl's to make yourself feel better. It kind of does. It kind of does. Yeah. He also thanked Sheena Shay for modeling a type of forgiveness. Well, she's stuck. She's stuck. She's stuck with you. You're a leech. You're weighing her down. She's gonna have to pay you out the wazoo. And then who's gonna babysit? I normally wouldn't say that about a dad, but for you, I'm sure it's called babysitting when she has all these jobs and you don't. So, oh boy. So he praised her, thanked her for modeling a type of forgiveness he'd never had before. I'm proud of you for telling your story, and I'm sorry for this being a part of your story, Davey said. Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Horrible. That's horrible. Oh, even Sheena does not deserve that. I mean, the red flags were there, but nobody deserves to be cheated on, lied to, especially when you're preggers. Oh my God.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Yeah, I think it was at the gym. His gym or Sheena's gym, whoever paid for the gym. The gym that went under, I think. Will Sheena's book, let's see if Sheena's book, New York Times lists. No. There is a push on Reddit a week ago for people. A couple people are saying, let's get Shishu on the bestsellers list. Okay. Apparently, the biggest bombshells. I hate when they do this because, why would you even read the book then if you're the biggest bombshells? They're saying from the book that's out now is she's opened up from about everything from how she discovered she had OCD to finding out about Eddie Cibrian and Leanne Rimes' affair. I'm trying to tell my truth in my story. All right, well, what are the biggest bombshells? I know they found Lisa Vanderpump recently. TMZ did, and they were asking her about it, and she was like, oh, I don't care. Darling, I do not even care what she has to say, okay? I'm more worried about Ozzy Osbourne. R.I.P. Ozzy. And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Sheena was saying to People Magazine, she's naturally a storyteller, you guys, if you didn't know. And she tends to be long-winded. Okay. So how do we put 39 years of time into a book? What do we tell? What do we leave out? Okay, so she talks about having OCD due to her fixation on her Instagram followers. Okay. All right. Shay decided not to share Brock's affair when it happened to protect their daughter. Oh, probably because, it was like, oh, well, scandal's going on. What a horrible time to tell me about the cheating. This would have been a great storyline for season 11, season 12, or an earlier season, sir. She's like, I'll have to wait till I can monetize it again. Oh, so when she began dating Brock, she was questioning her sexuality with a female friend. That is honestly the answer. Lesbian. You got to go lesbian. You got to go full lesbian. Okay. And don't come back. Don't come back. You know what happens on the straight side. Okay. Or the bi side. Or even the pan side. You need to go straight lesbian. Okay. Straight cash, homie. Straight lesbian. That would actually be. A lesbian will be the best father to your child. I'm telling you. Lesbians are committed. Reliable. All right, now I know you can't lump together every lesbian, but I've never met a lesbian I didn't like. I'll just tell you that. I'll just say it. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it. They always have a job, income. They're never like, oh, I'm living in my parents' basement. Bullshit. That's not lesbian. That might be a bi lady, but that ain't a lesbian. Okay? Get yourself a lesbian. I've often wished, that I could, just be a lesbian, but sadly, it's not there. And I wish that for, others in my life, and I try to recruit. When they say, do the gays recruit? The gays don't recruit. It's the straight women who have been scorned who recruit, who try to help the future. Other women, nieces, things, just going, you know what? Women, right? Best. Date them, love them, marry them, lesbian. Let's do it. So hashtag team lesbian. Okay. Put in the chat. Hashtag team lesbian. I'm telling you, lesbians, they got money. Okay. I'm not saying every lesbian's rich, but you're not going to find broke Brocks out there. Not a lot. All right. I'm sure there's lesbians going, okay, Jolene, I've met, but think about it. Have you met a lesbian like Jax? Have you met a lesbian like Brock? No. If you do, few and far between. Okay. Sure, there might be a Ted Bundy, a Teddy Bundy, a Tara Bundy every once in a while. But other than that, no. Yep. Oh, my God. Evelyn says, I really don't get monetizing an affair. We are definitely in end stage capitalism. We really are. We really are. All right. So she was questioning her sexuality. That's what we're going to find out in the book with a female friend. When Sheena first started seeing Brock in 2019, she also faced an inner battle when it came to her sexuality. At the time, Shay had been questioning if she was bisexual, as she would hold hands and make out with a friend of hers. Well, she did that with Ariana. And Ariana's like, yeah, I'm bi. Why doesn't she just say she's bi? I don't understand. Or pan or something. So she'd hold hands, make out with a friend of hers. She refers to in the book as DD. Double D's. Nice. No, what? Stop it, Jolene. That is inappropriate. Huh? Okay. In the book, Shay writes that she was concerned with what the VPR audience would think. I would loved it. We've been waiting for lesbians. We hate the guys on VPR. They all suck. I wish the worst lesbian on all of you would still be better than the best guy on VPR. That's what I'm saying. What we would think, we would be cheering. We'd be like, yes, celebrate good times. Come on. What we'd think. Oh my God. Ma'am, stop it. And that people would think her feelings for this female friend were fake. Is it Dana? Dana? No, Dana doesn't have a D last name, does she? Because of the spark she felt with Davies, Shay says she didn't fully explore. Oh, go back. Explore. Call DD up. What up, girl? Let's go. Says, okay. I think if it had been a few more months, maybe we would have taken things to another level. Oh, girl, there's still time. But we were such close friends who drunkenly made out, would hold hands, and go on our little dates. I mean, that's dating, I thought. Isn't that dating? Okay. Shay believes her friend knew that her connection with Davies was undeniable. I don't think either of us were necessarily ready to have the talk. Like, okay, so what is this? Are we just friends who make out sometimes? Or should we try to date? She recalls. Okay. She's not bi. She's sloppy drunk. They used to call those type of people barsexuals, just when you're drunk. I gotta mind my own tots. I can't. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay. She claims her romance with John Mayer overlapped with Eddie Cibrian, damn. And that the former allegedly enjoyed phone sex. Didn't John Mayer say he didn't date her? I mean, I don't believe him either. After initially meeting John Mayer in 2008, after she was working at his birthday event, and he was dating Jennifer Aniston, the pair ended up casually dating for 6 months. 6 months. Jeez. At the time, they weren't exclusive, and that relationship, she writes, overlapped with the one she had with Eddie Cibrian while he was married to Brandy. In the book, she reveals that Mayer seemed really into phone sex. No shit. Yeah, he strikes me as that type. Old, boring. Yep. I was willing to do whatever he wanted, she writes. Oh, boy. However, their romance was allegedly cut short after one of her girlfriends allegedly spoke to the tabloids about her and Mayer, 47. Once it was public, he didn't want to speak to me or see me anymore. Sounds about John Mayer. That sounds like the John Mayer we know, right, ladies and gentlemen? Shay tells people that out of respect for Mayer, she kept some details of their romance private. Well, which ones? The butt stuff? I know him and Andy Cohen are really good friends, and I'm not trying to burn any bridges with this book. I'm just trying to tell my truth and tell enough of it to give context. Well, in Sheena's defense, John Mayer, famously shared intimate details about his former lovers who were also celebrities, like Jessica Simpson and stuff. And so it's what he deserves to have his stuff put on Front Street. Andy Cohen allegedly handed Sheena a fake court filing from Rachel Leviss during the Vanderpumprules reunion. After Rachel Leviss issued a restraining order against Shay, alleging she punched her during an argument in March 2023, which Shay denied happened, the pair still needed to film the Vanderpumprules reunion in order to not violate the restraining order. They needed to stay 100 yards. We remember it all too well. So there was a carefully orchestrated swap. So annoying. So why she was, why is it? Don't play. However, so Shay claims in the book that Andy Cohen gave her a piece of paper, which he said was a court filing showing that Raquel was dropping the restraining order against her. However, Shay felt like something was off about it. It was really light. It wasn't real paper. It was toilet paper. And it didn't say anything. It just had some of James Kennedy's Coke residue on it. So she was like, I don't think this is it. Okay. No, I added those parts, but you know what I mean. Which he said was a court filing that Rachel was dropping. She was like, I don't know. After sending her lawyer a screenshot of the document and debriefing, she discovered it had no legal significance. Rachel wrote it in crayon on a piece of paper. She was like, I kind of forgive you. And that it was a stunt, according to Shay. She allegedly ripped the paper on camera. However, the footage was never seen. A rep for Bravo claims the piece of paper presented to Shay was not complete, but was the first step in dropping the restraining order. In a statement shared with People, Leviss 30 claims, Rachel's 30. Way to go, Rachel. Raquel claims that the truth is what we filed in court of law. I don't know what that means, Rachel. She adds, it's disappointing that anyone needs to lie in an effort to boost book sales. Oh, the shade. And she claims she saw Eddie Cibrian receive a call from Leanne Rimes while they were snowboarding in Mammoth a month before the now married couple's affair went public. Oh my God, these people are all just have no regard. Just banging each other and lying. Okay, boring. She claims a producer confirmed that Lisa Vanderpump knew about her affair with Eddie Cibrian and used it to launch Vanderpumprules. That is what the TMZ reporter stopped Lisa Vanderpump recently and asked her about. That Sheena's saying you built the show off of her personal life and trauma. And Lisa's like, oh, darling, I don't care. I don't care what that twit has to say, okay? So, okay. Oh, God. Is this book going to be boring? Because those revelations are boring. No offense, all offense, Sheena, but that was kind of boring. What do you guys think? Yeah, wrote it in crayon and taped a 20 to it. Exactly. Right? Like we knew that was a great entryway to combine Beverly Hills Housewives and VPR with your affair with a Beverly Hills housewife's husband to introduce you and your relevance to the Bravo sphere. So, okay. All right, you guys, let's talk about these a little bit. Let's get a little bit into these last 2 episodes, mainly the finale. Okay. So before the Valley reunion airs tonight, which for some people it might be airing right now. All right. But I won't be able to watch it till tomorrow on Peacock. We had, let's see, episode 14, which was Making Up is Hard to Do. In the wake of the cruise from hell, so they're back from Hawaii, Janet struggles with insults Kristen threw at her. And then episode 15, which was There's No Zen in Resentment. Kristen comes to terms with her fertility journey. Conflict takes the spotlight at Michelle's party. All right. So let's go cast member by cast. Well, yeah, let's kind of break it down. Jax, obviously, back in the fold. Ugh. In his new townhome. Don't call it a condo. It's a townhome. And he has the boys over. He's still very much, he feels like he just went to a mental health facility. But that doesn't mean he has to get sober, even though he told us pre-season that he went there also for cocaine. But maybe that was the second rehab. Who knows anymore? All right. So Jax is still being an asshole and an idiot. And Michelle and Jesse seem to be on better terms. But Michelle, if you watch the after show, she's pretty much saying, that was very performative on Jesse's part and him crying and being like, I don't want this drama. It's like, well, then why were you constantly questioning her crazy-eyed new boyfriend who sells honey? Why were you so hell-bent on that if you didn't care? So Janet's struggling with the insults Kristen threw at her. Danny and Nia look at a house. Jasmine shows them a house that's like 200 square feet. And in LA, they're like, that'll be 1.1 million. And they're like, no, thank you. No, thank you. We are going to move to, what is that city they're moving to? There was that Drew Barrymore, vampire show about that. Not Marina Del Rey. Put it in the chat. I did see that, Mallory. I saw it on Instagram that they might have broken up and wiped each other from their social media. This only tells me they might get back together. But so they're getting closer to their decision to having a 4th child. And Nia went to Santa Clarita. Thank you, guys. Santa Clarita. Nia went to a plastic surgeon. And the plastic surgeon, sir, he said she was on the extreme side of something, needing surgery. And that didn't help Nia. Because Nia feels as though, she was Miss USA for, in the pageants, and she's kind of known for being fit and being beautiful. And after having 3 kids, she feels like it's taking a toll on her body and her boobs, and she wants a mommy makeover. And she thought just a couple of nips and tucks and whatever. And then he was like, well, you are on the extreme side, as he lifted her boob and watched it drop. It didn't seem that low to me, but her body, her choice. And so she has to decide whether she wants the mommy makeover now or wants to have a baby. Spoiler alert, they end up having a baby. And they move to Santa Clarita. Jax and Brittany have an argument when discussing co-parenting. Kristen's doing a photo shoot for her James May. I think that still her t-shirt line. And Brittany's modeling. And she gets hair and makeup. And then she has to go talk to Jax at the house. And they send crews to Sky Zone, thank God. And they end up screaming at each other. And Jax is a monster. He's a monster of a human. And she's like, all I want you to do is pay for half of Cruz's medical bills. And no, I'm not going to let you have Cruz alone in your bachelor pad with all of those stairs, not a baby gate in sight, and all that herpes everywhere. No, thank you. No, thank you, chlamydia. No, thank you, gonorrhea. Not on the baby. Don't get gonorrhea on the baby. You know, that's not good. So Jax is pissed. I want to see my baby. No, you don't. You had Botox when you got out of rehab before, or mental health, or wherever that vacation you went on for 30 days. He's already drinking. He's like, well, drinking's not my problem. Okay. That's cute. That's cute. It is not. Is it, Wiggy? Aaron's dog's name is Kilo. What? Is it really? Right? The surgeon was like, burp, burp, was flopping them tots. Oh my goodness. So I was proud of Brittany for, holding her own in that conversation, being like, no, Jax. And he, in his narcissistic asshole way, was flipping it on her, being like, you didn't try it. What do you mean she didn't try? Oh my gosh. She's like, I wanted this to work, Jax. And he's like, how come you're just over this? Sir, you are literally inside other people every night. You're not trying to make it work with Brittany. You are an abuser, a user, and a loser. And he wants to gaslight her and the audience like she didn't do anything and she didn't try, and that he's not the abusive, druggy husband. What? No, we have eyes. We see. But this is what he continues to do to this woman. And then with the cameras, he was like, Brittany, send me the code to the cameras. I'm getting them reinstalled. She's like, Jax, I'm not giving you the code to the cameras. Are you crazy? He was like, gosh, fuck it. And he starts freaking out. And Zach's like, hang up. And it reminded me of when they played that prank on Jax, when all the girls got together on whatever season of Vanderpumprules that was. And Jax was out with like some of the guys. And Brittany was with like Stassi, Kristen, Katie, Ariana. And it was after the Faith thing when she had taken him back, the Faith cheating. And she said it was like more than one time. He was like, stop it, shut up. Oh, and the way he screamed at her was the same way he was screaming at her about the camera. She's like, I don't want access to it. Why are you involving yourself in Brittany's Ring cameras, sir? You have a whole condo with all the stairs that you could be worried about. Of course you're trying to stalk her. You've been trying to stalk her all season. We've watched it happen, right? He's terrifying and he's a psycho. And he's having intercourse with his employees allegedly, which, his name's on it, but yeah. Right? The screaming, Michelle says, to pressure her to comply. It's horrible. Oh my gosh. Regia says, I've been having hot flashes all week thinking about the piece of shit Jax, and I've been hanging on for dear life, ready for you to read him for filth. Well, have no fear. We're here. Okay? So this asshole is just sitting there like we're going to believe you. You're dumb. And why are your pants so tight? I don't understand what is with these Valley men and their pants being so tight. Let your balls breathe. You're not getting any air up to where your brain's supposed to be located, but probably doesn't exist, okay? But just the tight pants, and he walks away. Brittany, you didn't try. Sir, you are banging other women. Stop it. You have been a liar, a cheater, and a loser. Brittany's like, I do care. So he just wants to break her down. He just wants to put it on her. It's Brittany's fault because she found love, and not even love, but she got herself pleasured by this other man who he's like, that's my best friend. And we're like, we never even heard of him. Lala brought him around. Stop it. And he was gonna ride that till the wheels fell off. He was hoping, he's like, that's his golden ticket. Jax is so stupid. He thought that was going to be his golden ticket, that we were all going to go, oh, Brittany, did you have intercourses with a guy that might be Jax's kind of friend after he's cheated on you, abused you, lied to you, made you pay off his debt, left you in a home that's almost foreclosed on, and not taking care of his own child, and left you to do everything? And you went and got your rocks off with someone else while being separated? How dare you, you bitch, you slut, you whore. No, I wish she would have banged your whole family. Again, I still think she should bang your sister, your mom, if your grandpa's still alive. If he's not, you know, I don't know. Maybe he has a brother, your cousins, everyone you know and love. Tom Schwartz right in front of you. Like, but that's how I roll. Okay. The Aquarius in me is like, yeah, go ahead. So he tried it. You tried it, Jax. It didn't work. Oh my gosh. Janet and Jason are back from Hawaii. They went to see Lala. Not Jason, but Janet did. Michelle did. Brittany did. And Lala's like, what's up, bitches? Lala recovers from a pregnancy like no other. She's just like, yeah, I can't wait to have another one. Look at Sosa. And we're like, yay, Sosa. And then she's like, you bitches look tan. Yeah, they just went to freaking Hawaii, Lala. She's like, what's up? You want to get popped? And they're like, no, we came to see your baby. Okay. Do you want me to pop some milk out? No, Lala, we don't. Just keep your tits in your thing and let's be respectable here. So they're giving Lala the tea. And Janet's like, oh my God, Kristen? She said she wanted to beat me up. She called me a whore. And Lala's like, sounds like a Tuesday to me, bitch. Like Lala does that all the time. Lala's threatened to shoot people. So she's like, oh, okay. She's like, you bitches are crazy. I'm like, Lala, you're way crazy.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
So she was like, look at me. And then Brittany's like, I filed for divorce. I feel put in between my friends. But Janet's always been a good friend to me. Yes, she should have pulled a Katie. When Katie told Schwartz, I will run a train through your restaurant, we were like, choo-choo. Put your trains in the chat, you guys. Put your train emojis in the chat. If you're on the replay crew, put your train emojis in the comment section. Run a train, Britt. All right? And turn the cameras on and give them the code when you do it. Come on, ride the train and ride it. Woo, woo. Mm-hmm. It's a choo-choo train. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Do it. Who cares? Let's do it. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Lala be handing out cases. She's like, I'm going to catch a case, bitch. Don't make me catch a case.
Things that come out of his mouth, if he were to pull that on me, like, I'd be catching a case.
I'd be catching a case.
Like, I'm putting claws in you, dog.
Like, I'm putting claws in you, dog.
It gets my blood boiling just thinking about it.
So Lala's like, big deal. Did anyone pull out a gat? Do you guys want to see my gat? They're like, Lala, you don't have a gat. You have a cat. She's like, but I named it Gat. Pop, 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 pop. And we're like, oh, Lala, please. You're almost 40. Go take a nap. Okay? Go take a supplement. Don't try to be a gangster. Okay, Lala? Okay, Lala's like, west side is the best side. Okay. When we get to episode 15, the finale, there's no zen and resentment. Jesse and Michelle experience a breakthrough in their relationship, but Michelle doesn't really feel that way. Kristen comes to terms with her fertility journey. Conflict takes the spotlight at Michelle's zen party. Jax comes clean about his battles. Well, comes clean? Yeah, right. He hasn't come clean about anything. So Jesse and Michelle, like we talked about earlier, you know, Jesse feels like they're at like a really good place. And Michelle's like, I mean, sort of. I don't really like you, but all right. And then Michelle's just showing Isabella, like, look at Daddy and Aaron. And Aaron's like, and she's like, oh, fun. Yay. And then Jax was just like randomly over at Jesse's house laying on his bed while Isabella's there. I'd be like, I would not let my children around Jax. No. Too creepy. Don't want. All right. Kristen is really struggling because her and Luke did get pregnant the year before, but she had a miscarriage. And so she's been struggling since then to get pregnant again. And now they've looked at the spermination. Apparently Luke's swimmers are like, he's got like 5 trillion. And so Kristen feels this like pressure on her, you know, that you hear as a woman once you're like over 35, it's like geriatric pregnancy, geriatric, you're old bitch, you know. And there is this like shame that I think women carry that we shouldn't have to, and that fear that she won't be able to, you know, conceive. But the good thing with Kristen and Luke is they did ultimately have a baby, and she does have so many resources that so many women don't have. So we see her struggle. She goes and talks to Brittany about it. Brittany's like, I could cry for you. I know you want this and I want this for you. And Kristen's like, I do. I don't even care about Janet, Jax, and all that bullshit. I just want to be able to have a family. You know, she's got the ring. The ring didn't mean a thing to you. She's got that ring. And now they want the baby. And it is like the one, I guess, positive story of this mess of a season and show is that Kristen and Luke they were able to have a baby. And so that was like the positive. But other than that, like, okay. Michelle decides she's going to have a Zen party. She's really struggling with her mom's illness and her mom not taking to chemo. And the party is surrounding trips she took as a kid with her family. And so she's giving everyone a present, which is like crystals, and she believes in that. And Jax immediately shits on it. Like, I don't believe in crystals, rocks. I don't believe in astronomy, astrology, science, vaccinations, Vaseline, lotion, fidelity, honesty, integrity. Like, I don't believe in any of those E's. No, I don't. We're like, yeah, shocker, Jax. He thinks he's cool. He thinks he's doing something cool, but being like, astrology's bullshit. It's like, you're bullshit. I don't believe in people like you, but here you are. Here you are being the worst thing that's ever happened. But I think he does think he's cool. It's like, you're not cool. You're not saying anything novel. You're just shitting on people for the sake of shitting on people because you think that's the cool thing to do. You believe in nothing and no one. You're the worst kind of person. You care about nothing but yourself and your own pleasure. You suck. Okay? You could benefit from a birth chart. I'll just say that. All right? And some crystals. You'd need a lot of crystals. They would need to basically bury you in crystals and forget to dig you back up, maybe. Allegedly. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. Yeah, he's hollow and void. So shut up, Mr. Tight Pants. These people really think this is like 2016, 2017, 2018 over here. Walking around. The tightest pants ever. Stop it. Get some help. So the party is supposed to be very zen, and obviously that doesn't last. We have a blow up because Jax, you know, he's already had the blow up with Brittany, and Brittany's like, I don't want to talk to you unless it's about our son. Leave me alone. That's not my purse. Get out of here. Jax immediately has set his sights on Danny, and it is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen to watch Jax go, Danny, you're a great father, but a horrible drunk. Are you talking about yourself, Jax? You're just projecting. Now, I know how I feel about Danny's drinking, and I think he would benefit from never drinking again. That's me. And I've said it so many times. I don't need to say it anymore. But you are no one to talk. As Jax is saying, I don't like Danny telling me, giving me advice on my life, judging me when his ducks aren't in a row. Sir, your ducks are dead. You've killed your ducks. So you're doing the thing you're saying Danny's doing. Jax, what I learned in this episode is Jax is so jealous of Danny and Nia. He is so jealous of what they have. He's so, you know, he's got a rager in the cager for Nia. You know he does. And that Danny, this guy that's like 4 feet shorter than him, has this beautiful wife. Okay, and they've created a family. And Jax just, he's like, I've kicked you out of my bar so many times. First of all, it's not your bar. And second of all, it's not a bar. It's a tent in the alley where alcohol is served with picnic tables and pictures of you. Sounds like the fucking nightmare. All right? Why would anyone go there? Oh my God. So he's so freaking jealous. And Nia's watching, like, as him and Danny are going back and forth. He's like, oh, Danny, you're drinking water because you're drunk. Jax, you blew all your money on cocaine, didn't pay your taxes, don't take care of your autistic son, abuse your wife you were with for 10 years. I'm not worried about dark side Danny. And you shouldn't be worried about him for sure. Okay? That should be the least of your worries. But he wants to do that thing that narcissists do. And he wants, look at this person. Drag other people down so they don't look at your flaws. You know, he's just like projecting. That's when Kristen was saying, he's looking in a mirror. He's looking in a mirror. He's looking in a mirror. All the things he was saying about Danny are true about him, but 10 times worse. NYCDNP, thank you so much for the super chat. Lala, prove it. Mess him up. For Team Lady, catch a charge. Thank you. Beat up Jax. Catch a charge big enough to land you under the jail with Diddy. Earn back some of the Tupac street cred, right? Prove it, Lala. Prove it. Go beat up Jax. Allegedly, satire for entertainment purposes. We don't condone violence, except for when we condone violence.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Sir, shut up. So Danny's like, I'm not dealing with this. Nia comes over, and did you see how aggressive Jax got toward Nia? He never gets that aggressive towards any of the men. He was like coming at her yelling. It's because he wants the Nia. He wants someone like that. He's so freaking jealous and ashamed of his life that he's projecting. And I was like, is he going to try to beat up Nia? Kristen's damn taller than him. Kristen stepped in between. She was like, not today, not on my watch. And Jax is like, you guys are so fake. You fake the funk. Sir, you've been hiding, not well, a coke addiction for how long? You cheat, you lie, you try to hide, but the problem is you're too stupid. So we see through all of it. So you can't tell anyone that they're inauthentic or they're liars when you're the biggest liar that ever lied. So stop it. And Nia and Danny are like, oh. And then Nia, you can tell she doesn't want to have those kind of interactions on camera because she's like, Danny, the cameras are here. I had to replay that a few times. Like, is Danny really drinking? Like, what is she worried about? Then there was some guy behind Danny. Did you guys see that in that scene after the fight with Jax? Nia and Danny are on the side, and Danny's like chugging his, 33rd cup of lemon water. And she's like, the cameras. He's like, yes, Nia, we're always on camera. And then there's just some random dad, some random old man who looks like he was born in a library. Just like, and then he grabs his drink and walks away like some like random poor bald man. Just like, was it someone's dad? I did not know who that man is. Maybe he's going to be the cast member that replaces Jax. And it's not Sheena. It's Baldy McBalderson. I don't know. Evelyn, yay, we hit the goal, Ben. Do your blocking. Hamburger Patty says, Lala always says, if it was me, but she never beat up Randall. Now I'm not condoning violence. But if there were a time for someone to get popped. Pop. Allegedly. For jokes. Hit him again for me. I love it. Reggie says, this is my Super Bowl. Cue the sideline chicks. Lala and Sheena, get him. Hit him again for me. Yes. Oh my gosh. Nate says, the silly guy, look at me, narcissistic stuff equals potential CEO, sad as it is. Yes. The qualities needed, P.S. Jolene. In Australian county towns, we fixed that messing with ladies. Oh, we fixed that messing with ladies. In Australian county towns. Thank you, Nate. Michelle says, I also noticed when Jax was yelling at Nia, it was a close-up of his brown, teeny teeth behind his veneers. Oh, no. I thought they're supposed to shave him down into little pointy vampire slayer, steaks. Oh, Jax, nasty. That's what Jax is. It's just underneath it. it's just starting to, like, the rot is starting to come out because he's rotted from the inside and now it's showing on the outside. Ew. Yuck. Yeah, the way he was coming at Nia, I was like, you are disgusting. Little dark side Danny should have punched him right in the dick. He's right at dick level. That's a missed opportunity for a dick punch. Again, we don't advocate for violence except for when we advocate for violence, but you would just a quick pop. And you know Jax is all balls. You know what I mean? And there's not much there either. Allegedly, I don't know, for jokes, satire. Okay? So he'll have to go, oh, like it takes a while for it to, okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, scrappy Danny. Come on, do it. Oh, he only has, oh, Jax. Oh, he's got the layaway veneers. He can only afford the front. And he still hasn't paid those off. And the rest of them are all rotting because you know he doesn't floss. You know there's not good dental hygiene going on. And cocaine, that eats away at your molars. Okay? And yeah, it's going to create some gingivitis. Oh, yucky. Ugh, gross. I didn't see that. I try not to look too much at Jax, but I did like Brittany saying, you know, I was so in love with him, but now I look at him and I just say he's huge pores and he's so sweaty. He's nasty. He's got his veins popping. I'm like, yes, Brittany, that's what we've all been seeing for so long. He's disgusting. And she's like, now I see it. So she's staying away. He's screaming. He is screaming. I don't understand how this man keeps his job when he's able to act like this toward women, toward his wife, his coworkers, his wife was also his coworker on the show. I mean, ridiculous. And none of the guys have beat him up yet. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, so glad Brittany finally has the ick. Mallory, did I know this? Mallory said Brittany said he doesn't think he needs to brush his teeth because he has veneers. I mean, that's so on brand for Jax. Can you imagine how disgusting that dude's breath is? Oh my God. You're fucking gross, dude. You're disgusting, Jax. You're so gross. Okay. Moving on. I might have known that and blocked it out. Oh, God. Even Brock, even pregnancy, cheater, liar, 3 weeks, putting his wick where it doesn't belong, dipping his wick, was like, me, Brittany, how'd you do it for 10 years? How'd you do it? Huh? No, seriously, how'd you do it without cheating? I'm trying to figure it out. Yes. Because I've never been in a relationship where I didn't dip my wick other places. I've never done that before. So how'd you do it? It's just, okay. Yes. So Jax has this little thing. Now, I will say I still don't love how Danny talks to Nia. I don't love it. I hate it. How he's like, you got glam and I was with the kids. Danny, I'm so tired. Imagine how tired she is. She's like breastfeeding. She has all the hormones. She gave birth to all the children. You know she's doing the most, okay? So please stop. Because she got a little glam. And Jax is just going off, you know, being like, you did it you touched 2 women in my bar. Again, you don't have a bar. And Danny's like, one, and I apologized. And then Brock's going, yeah, I heard he seeks with his employees. Yes, I did. Brittany says she knows about it too. And I tried to have sex with one of Jax's employees. Did I say that out loud or was that in my head? I think the bleach is getting to my brain. I can't remember. I'm just going to just walk backwards like Homer Simpson into the bush. Brock outed that and we're like, not surprised. Not surprised. So they break that up. Nia's like, it was on camera. Danny's like, everything's on camera. I'm like, can you not yell at her? Like, I'm going to need Nia to give you a spanking. Okay? She's going to have to get the belt. Because you're not listening. You were to wash your mouth out with soap, Danny. But Nia, she has his back. She has his back. She really does. And Kristen has both of their backs. And Janet tells Jason, Jason's like, should I go over and do something? Janet goes, don't you dare. So then we have Kristen and Zach confronting Janet. Oh my God, what a mess. And Michelle's like, Janet, don't walk away, because right away Janet's like, I'm gone. Goodbye. I'm not doing this. See you never. And then and they're like, Janet. And Michelle says, I'll stay by you. And then there's Sheena. I just want to get Hawaii straight. Girl, you got to get your husband straight. Okay? Oh my goodness. So Zach's lit. He's drunk. He's drinking other people's rosés, picking up rosés. Like, and Kristen's like, that's hers. He's like, whatever. He's got, his boyfriend, his little Canadian boyfriend who's going through divorce. That worried me a little bit when the boyfriend, Zach's little boyfriend, said, I didn't want to get the divorce. My husband did. I was in love. I'm like, oh. But now I do think I want to move on. I'm like, oh. And then they sat them at a tiny table. That was a weird scene. That's an interesting relationship, but okay. So Zach's drunk, and he's like, it's Janet. Janet's the one. It's Janet. And Janet's like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this anymore. I have Jason's jacket. I'm leaving. Jason's lit. Janet said she wasn't drinking because she knew they were going to come at her. And so she had one glass of rosé, and she's like, I'm not going to finish this. Don't worry, Zach will finish everyone's drink. Oh my gosh. Michelle says, Danny, go pick a switch off the willow tree. Michelle says, Janet crying and fleeing the rumors and nastiness she started is very Demi. Oh, from Mormon. Yeah. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Damn it, Janet. So they start talking about, Kristen, you called me a whore. You said you could beat me up. And Kristen's like, I've said worse. Honestly, I've literally said worse. Lala said she's going to pop somebody. And Janet's like, you don't care. And Kristen's like, not really. But if it hurts your feelings, fine. Michelle's like, can you just apologize? Kristen's like, well, I don't think that's that bad. But okay. And Janet's like, do you think I'm a whore, Kristen? And Kristen's like, well, yes. I don't know. But if it hurts your feelings, I'm sorry, which we all know is the universal non-apology. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry if that offended you is not an apology. So Janet's like, she doesn't care. See, she said worse things. Well, Kristen has. Okay. She told her managers one time, suck a dick. Now, do I condone? Do I think, oh yeah, you should just go around saying you're going to beat up everyone when you're 40? No. But I don't know. At this point, I don't know anymore. I don't care. Okay. So Janet's like, that's it. I'm done. I don't want to do this. And here comes Jason. First, he's laughing. He's like, did you guys see that? He looks over at Sheena like, as Kristen and Janet are going back and forth. They make Zach leave. Now, Zach, I didn't like Zach this episode. I'll tell you. You don't get a pass because you're a gay guy. Calm it down. Stop getting in women's faces. The way he kind of grabbed Brittany's arm and then kind of turned. I mean, it wasn't like super hard, but it was too aggressive for me. Too aggressive for me. Kind of spun around. She's like, what? He's like, you keep sticking up for Jen. I'm not going to be a friend anymore. And I'm like, oh, geez. The poor little Canadian boyfriend is like, oh, I miss my ex. He's going to miss his ex-husband even more. Because Zach acts cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. All these people are drunks. They are just drunks. I don't even have a favorite because everybody's a drunk. I think Nia's my favorite. If I had to pick someone. But everyone's a drunk. Okay? And Kristen, obviously, I have a soft spot for. But other than that, yeah, poor Benji. That's his name. Sorry. Right? Naomi says, I'm starting to like Janet more. So then Zach comes over. He spins Brittany around. She's like, what? He's like, yeah. And he screams at her. And I'm like, okay, calm it down. Calm it down, big guy. Okay? Yeah, again, you don't get a pass just because you're gay. No. If we saw a straight guy do that, we'd be like, what the fudge? So I don't like it. I don't like it. Very toxic. Yeah, Zach was melting down like a candle in a hot car. We should not know Benji, but you know he is. But you know he is. Benji was yes, that must have been terrifying for him because he couldn't even make eye contact with half the people. He was on Danny's level. We got 2 Polly Pockets, and they were just looking up like, "What's going on?" They just see, people's chins and spit flying. It's a lot for the littles. And Brittany's like, "Okay, what? I can't do this anymore, Brittany." So Zach is crashing out and drunk. And then Janet and Kristen. And then there's Jason. Aren't you supposed to be a lawyer? Is he not a litigator? Like, does he just do paperwork? Does he never talk? Because this guy struggles. All right. Producer Prince is here. He struggles. And then Jasmine's like, "Okay, let the ladies handle it. Let the women talk." And he's like, "What? I guess guys can't have common sense." Oh my god. Jason he has such cringe moments. Because guys can't have common sense. Go away. Why is I hate when the husbands get involved. Why is the husband involved? Michelle said she'd stay there and have your back, and she is. Kristen sent Zach away. Why is Jason doing the most? Go to work, Jason. Oh my gosh. It just was too much. Oh, yes. He keeps people from getting workman's comp. Doing the Lord's work. Congratulations, Jason. I hope you can sleep at night. Okay. I would do that, and I'd be an op. I just approve everybody. Everybody do. Okay. So then Janet's like, "Jason, get over here. We're leaving. You better not go back there. Jason, I swear to God, if you don't," he's like, "Don't say that." So they're in a fight. It was such a mess, you guys. And then Zach, so drunk, is like, "Bye." And Brittany's like, "Stop it. Don't do that. Bear Zach, stop. Stop it, Zach." And Zach's like, "Bye, you whore." And I'm like, oh, no. No. What the hell? Oh, my God. No way. I don't care how bad Janet is. Let the women call each other whore. That's our word, okay? Don't appropriate our words. Again, gay men, knock it off. You can call each other whores, but don't come for us. You're still a man at the end of the day. Okay? No. We're not doing that. I love ya. But you get the problematic gay men and they're like, "You bitch whore." No. Call each other that. Don't come for us. Don't come for your straight lady friends, your lesbian lady friends, your bi lady friends, your pan lady friends. Don't call us whores and bitches. We got enough men doing that. We trust you. We trust you. You can call your gay men friends that. But don't be calling us that. I don't like it. And I was like, damn it, Zach, just when I was cheering for you. No. Half the time I look at my gay guy friends as like a safe space, my protection from the crazy straights, So to have him be like, "You whore." No, we're not doing, Zach. You're doing too much. You're not one of the gals. That's our word. It's been used against us for centuries. Let us use our own words. Don't take that shit from us. Okay, stop it. Thank you. Steven says, "Right, Jolene? We gays got to be a safe space. It will be a safe space for you." That's like us yelling out slurs towards, gay men. What? Why would we do that? We wouldn't. Don't do that. No. Stop it. So then here comes Jason. "What are you saying?" Jan's like, "You better not." And I'm like, is Jason going to do anything? He's called your wife a whore, a bitch. Wished her unborn. Well, I don't know about the baby thing. I didn't want to get back into that. That was a mess. But now's the time, Jason. And Janet's like, "You better not. I swear to God, Jason, if you," he's like, "Don't say that. Don't say that." Yes, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you until you said, "You whore, you bitch," Zach. And Zach had those blackout eyes, and even Jason called him out. He said, "You got one eye. Feel bad, Benji. You're a nice guy. He's got one eye here, one eye there." And Zach's like, and we've heard you know, from Zach and other people that he gets drunk and he crashes out. And now on the after show, he's like, no, I just have 2 modes. I'm not like this drunken rager. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Okay, we got to call you out too. If we're calling the other people out, if we're worried about Danny, then we're worried about you too, because you're getting up in people's faces and you're a big guy. And you're yelling and you're spinning Brittany around. You think Brittany needs to be screamed at? She's been screamed at by Jax. Now, whether you like Brittany or not, could these men stop screaming at her? Like, stop it. And you're her friend. And you could be mad at her, but you can communicate that in a better way. But how many times are these men that she trusts, which I don't know why she trusted Jax, but that's neither here nor there, are up screaming at her? You know, that's too comfortable doing that shit. That's too comfortable. The disrespect. The way he got, I was like, oh, that's how the season's ending, with me looking at Zach like. Michelle says Zach needs to book extra therapy sessions during filming and book Rachel Leviss sound baths. Yeah, he needs some of those sound baths. Ding dong. Ding dong. Boing. You know. So, oh my God. Yeah, he's like 6'3". And I love when you take that energy and keep it going toward Jax and problematic men. But not to your friends. You got to learn to communicate better with your lady friends when you're upset with them. We understand you're upset with Janet. She tried to ruin your reputation. You know, all the things, but you're not helping your reputation any when you're getting drunk as a skunk and screaming in women's faces and calling them whores and bitches. That's not helping, sir. Right? That is such a beautiful one. Boing. That's my sound bath for you guys. And if we had like this one is most of their sound baths. So no resolve, obviously, with Kristen and Janet. As Janet leaves, Janet's like, you called me a whore. So you want to beat me up? You call me a fan? Now I'm fan it. And Janet has to come to terms with like the internet, you know, not enjoying her. So, yeah, hamburger patty. So proud misandrist. I hate how men were trying to make that a thing. Misandry isn't even real. I don't even know what. They just had to come up with a word because we had misogyny, and they're like, "Oh, what about misandry? That is such a dumb word." Oh my gosh, Nate said, sadly, the guys there and here don't know how to communicate. They need classes in school. Yes, that would be great. Oh, I love that idea. How to deal with rejection, life, and things they can't get. Sadly, ladies get it way more than us. Yeah, I feel like in society, you know, men and little boys and stuff aren't historically encouraged to let their feelings out and to cry and to learn how to express themselves in a healthy way. A class for all ages, right? To help the world communicate better. Nate, run for office. It would help. It would help. Oh, yeah, they got tattoo rings. One time I did so stupid, you guys. Like back in 2013, I did a April Fool's Day prank where me and Chell, I put like marker around our ring fingers and we weren't married yet. And I was like, me and Chell got married. And now you're taking a rumor. I feel like they're putting too much stake in this rumor about Jason taking his ring off. And they're making it a bigger thing rather than just going, that's ridiculous. They're making it something. And they got those tattoos. Oh my God. Steven says, I thought Miss Andrea was a recoupling name for Alandria and someone else for a second. Oh, like Nicolandria. That would be good. So that was crazy and Jason was like, ow. And Janet's like, doesn't even hurt. Janet did have that conversation of how everyone thinks that Jason's too good for me. I don't. She's like, what are you doing with her? I'm not wondering that at all. And quit telling that to him, because eventually his dumb ass is going to start believing it, and then he'll leave your ass. So don't even pay it any weight. Don't give it any weight. Okay? Right, Jules? Me too. I'm so glad Jax is gone. Yes. Awesome, Ben. Get your block on. Okay. Princey, did you move my desk? Yes. Good job, Prince. Prince is like, I had to come and say something. Do something. So, yeah. They deserve each other. They got a family. Good. God bless. God bless. I'm just so happy this damn season's over. I'll tell you. And that Jax is gone. And now we just got to get through this 3-part reunion. And then hopefully season 3 will be better. What? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know anymore, you guys. Has anyone been watching Orange County? Is it worth watching? Is it worth my while? These Bravo shows. Whew. Oh, Lord. This Valley season, I barely made it. Barely. Barely. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have cashed out a long time ago. I've been like, I'm done. No, thank you. That is true, Hamburger Patty. The reunion was filmed so long ago. It's null and void because who knows how they feel now. Real Housewives of Orange County died. I can't believe they brought Gretchen back. Who wants that? Who asked for that? Her face and aura is like my sleep paralysis demon. I don't like it. LXU says Orange County's a mess. Why every season has to be a gang up? Who are we ganging up on? Gretchen? OC is a thumbs down for me. I just watch Ryan Bailey recaps of it. Well, I bet you that's way more entertaining. Ryan Bailey is far more entertaining than that crap. Okay. Care Bear says OC sucks balls. 3 parts. Yeah, it's a 3-part reunion. The teaser when Britt said to Kristen, I'm shaking, and Jax says you should be. I'm going to kick his ass. I'm going to kick his ass. Hypothetically. Pretends. Satire. Comedy. This guy. Oh my God. Oh, it's a Katie takedown? What did Katie do? And Tamara's Tamara. What are we taking? Kate? What are we ganging up on? Well, then I'm going to root for Katie. I'm going to root for Katie then. I'm going to have to catch up. I've just been in my big brother hole. So I'm going to catch up to that and see. Give some opinions. Katie's holding it down. Are we all right, Katie? Were they upset about her because of some car incident or something? Is she lying? Are they saying? I mean, they're all liars. I'm down. I'm down. Hypothetically. Not literally. Figuratively. I'm down. Ben says, Katie lies and losers like Emily and Gina weaponize. Oh, they're weaponizing it. Okay. Emily and Gina have gone to the dark side. Ugh, it was only a matter of time. No, it's another talk to bloggers thing. What blogger did they talk to? There's a blogger in Orange County. Bloggers, stay away. I'm so tired of these bloggers. I don't want to watch you on the show. Nothing against you. I just don't want to watch another season of like, they told this blogger, and then we never get to hear what the blogger really knows. Are you serious? Oh my God. Obviously, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Oh my gosh. What? Kiki from Talk of Shame and Bravo Babe? Are you serious? How the hell did they get involved in this season? Katie's talking to bloggers and recording Shannon without her. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. Right. Blogger storylines really are like ruining the show. I mean, the only one that was like, was with the Monica on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But other than that, no. Katie, Jen, and Gretchen were supposed to run this season. Gretchen can't run shit. What? Oh my God, Sweet C. Emily's talk. ED, erectile, what? She's talking about her husband's ED? I'm confused. Yes, Tamara's technically a blogger, and Teddy. Ugh. You couldn't get me involved. They'd be like, Jolene, no, I'm not talking to you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't care. I don't care how much clout it would get. How embarrassing. I'm too embarrassed. That would be too. No, I'm not doing that. No. Ruining the show. Ew. Everyone's scared of Tamara. For what? She can't do shit. Oh. I'll try, Jen, to get caught up and give you some opinions and do more no offense, all offense that aren't just about Big Brother. Oh my gosh. Shannon's lost it on Katie and said she is worse than elect. No, Shannon. Is Shannon drinking and driving again? What's going on there? Emily's using her son's problems as a storyline. Tamara's weaponizing therapy. Oh yeah, didn't Tamara say she was autistic? And then she was like, well, I only went to therapy once. And Shannon isn't doing herself any favors. Oh my goodness. Her little son has an eating disorder? That's horrible. Oh my God. Emily, who constantly talks about weight, has a kid with an eating disorder. Oh my God. Shannon got scolded by production because she lost her shit on. Well, maybe then the rumors were true that the host of Love Hotel, the comedian guy, I forget his name, apologies to him, who hosted Love Hotel, who came forward and said Shannon acted like a fucking monster to the staff or to people working in production and stuff. And one of them was one of his best friends, and he was sticking up for her. Joel, yes. So maybe #believe Joel. Believe Joel. Joel Kim Booster. Shout out to Joel. Oh, poor guy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, especially a kid's eating disorder. I don't like that. I don't like it. Is that HZMT? Is that Denise Richards' ex? I've always hated him. I always thought he sucked. And to find out that he's like an abusive asshole doesn't surprise me. Oh boy. Naomi says, yes, it's called RFID. And it's not triggered by body image issues. It's more about the relationship with food. Oh my goodness. Witness says, can we believe none? That's my default setting. Believe no one. Oh, that's so sad. He sucks so bad. We'll talk about that on another episode. I've always hated that guy. He is yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yes, I've seen some of the things popping up about him, but you guys are wonderful, beautiful pumpkin spice babies. And I appreciate you being patient with me as I get caught up on the Valley. I will be back after the first part of the Valley reunion when I watch it tomorrow and give you all my thoughts, opinions, roasts, and reads. So shout out to my super chatters today, David, Chickenhead PK, and Neely, or Chickenhead PK, Dorkface Neely, and NYC DNP. Thank you guys. Shout out to everyone in the live chat. Thank you for being here. And if you are on, look at producer Prince. If you are on the replay crew and watching at a later time, don't forget Prince. Look at how talented my boy is. Don't forget to leave a disco ball emoji so I know you made it to the end on the replay crew. Also, don't forget to comment on this video once it posts and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Joleen Lunzer as I make my way to 10K, hopefully on both of those one day, eventually, before I die. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed so we can get to 50K. You all are amazing. And I'll be back very soon. But until next time, enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you see.